One more question on nuclear before I hit you
Mhm.
with some quick round ones. But if the US wants to stay competitive globally, what role does nuclear have to play?
Okay, so that's a great question. I mean, nuclear to me has to be front and center, and I don't think nuclear should just be looked at as just another energy option. And I don't think anybody is really saying that anymore. Maybe if you went back 5 or 10 years, I don't think nuclear was kind of getting the same traction it is today. I mean, at that point,
Sure.
we were in the midst of the shale revolution. A lot more emphasis was placed on things like solar power, but if you look at really the dramatic impact nuclear has had in its different manifestations over the past 75, 80 years, there's a lot to it. It truly is a strategic asset for us, and it is also strategic infrastructure. And I will once again go back to this point. It's one of the few technologies that really can deliver reliable, clean power at scale while supporting national security, industrial capabilities, and more. Uh, and ultimately competitiveness, and if we're looking at this globally, that depends on execution. So for us to remain globally competitive, especially as a global power, great power that the US is, we need to not only look at our own strengths, we also need to look at our friends and allies. And I think that we're seeing this happen. Like we need to look to Japan, we need to look at South Korea, Canada, UK, France, others. And I know we've had some fraught times recently, but we don't have to do it all ourselves in the US. Some of our partners and our friends and our allies, they have some strong industrial capabilities that could support our needs, and it can also support their needs. So if you think about manufacturing in South Korea, that could support some of our reactor development efforts here as well. And I think we need to look at it that way. So it's not just the US going it alone against other great powers, but working closely with its friends and allies. And I think that will give us a strong geopolitical edge going forward.
Absolutely. I think that's great. Thank you. Um, okay, to wrap up, we've got some lightning round questions. So I'm gonna
Okay.
hit you with these. But one leadership trait that matters most in complex regulated industries.
I would say that that is systems judgment. And what I mean by that, it's this ability to really understand how decisions propagate across things like policy, regulation, capital, workforce, and operations. So we've already talked about this before. Good intentions certainly aren't enough. Good intentions don't equal execution. But leaders really have to anticipate the second order effects, the third order effects, and know when when that system and those elements are really ready to move forward. So it's and I think that systems thinking is a great way to grapple with complexity. And I think it's very incumbent upon leaders to always hold on to that.